Yo, what's good, y'all? I would like to welcome y'all back to episode 77 of the Von Talks podcast. Today, on which I'm recording this podcast is August 14th, 2026. And first, I would like to say shout out to my current, past, and new listeners. Y'all already know I highly appreciate you. Shout out to everybody that's listening to this podcast on their favorite platforms. Before we get into the show, make sure y'all follow me on all of my socials. I am literally everywhere, so you can follow me anywhere. You fed me? So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Glad that I'm back, but I gotta start off with saying, how are you? How you doing? I'm glad that you back. I'm glad that you listened to another episode, and hopefully this is helping you pass the time, and you can pick up some gems along the way on some shit, or start a conversation with somebody that's near you about the things that we talk about over here. You fed me? But how you doing today? Always remember, you don't have to answer me. You can always answer that shit to yourself, just because that's what matters at the end of the day is you. How you doing today, man? Now, I gotta ask that shit. Hope you doing I hope you are having a great weekend. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope the week was good to you. You understand what I'm saying? And let's go on to better days and try to be in the moment as much as possible. As for me, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I am still posting this content. I'm still growing. This is definitely going to transition to the next topic that we're gonna that sprouted. I think it was on Monday of this week or Tuesday, but we're gonna get into just a few. But I'm doing good. Just putting out this content, just trying to make sure that I'm doing what I love to do, and slowly but surely getting paid for what I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? So this is I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm glad that we can speak once again. So let's go ahead and get into gaming. We got to start off with the gaming shit, just because that's just one of the things that we do. This isn't really gaming, but if you are a content creator, a lot of gamers are content creators. So I just got to go ahead and put this out there now if you aren't aware. But YouTube, they are increasing the requirements for the YouTube Partner Program. Yeah. And they're doubling the requirements. Yes. So the subscriber count is basically the same. You're still gonna need 1,000 subscribers. But the main thing that a lot of creators worry about or should worry about is my bad. If you see looking at the video version of this, do not mind that in the background. They are having a good time back there, man. They going crazy. What's up, Manny? Anyways, they are doubling the requirements, and the watch time right now is 4,000 hours, and the amount of shorts views that you need is like 10 million shorts views, just so that we can get into the partner program. So right now, that's what it currently is. The changes are going to take place in February, I believe, February 1st. So motherfuckers got 6 months to get into their YouTube partner program, and it can be done as long as motherfuckers got the strategy or they know exactly what they need to do and just need to put full steam ahead, because they're gonna make it harder. And you might be wondering, like, damn, can you get to the point? What's the double? They doubling the requirements from 4,000 to 8,000. Obviously, 8,000 watch hours. So you're not going to need 8,000 watch hours. And you are going to need 20 million shorts views. Like, I think to get 10 million shorts views, like, that's a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. At one point I was averaging for about 3-4 months straight. I was averaging 200,000 views of a month, not per video, but per month from all the videos that I do drop. I was averaging for my shorts over 200,000 views for about 3-4 months straight, and now it's around like 50,000 views a month. But just to give you a little transparency though. So, getting 10 million, it can be done if you're doing something that, you know, that will invoke people to continue to watch your videos and don't swipe. Because I've been focusing on having more people stay than swipe away, and you can see the analytics on that. If you are creating, you are doing like shorts or whatever videos, right? You can see that on YouTube. They'll show you this amount of people by percentage has swiped away, this amount of people by percentage that stayed and watched your video. And at one point it was like 30 staying to watch, 70 swiping away. Like it was bad at one point, but I just kept putting out videos. You understand what I'm saying? Now I'm getting more people sticking around and watching. You feel me? And I'm building the audience slowly but surely, but I'm building. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm still looking to improve my content and shit like that, but it's just like, damn, to get 10 million shorts views, that's a lot, bro. That's a lot. You got to average that. And then, and I believe now, since they doubled it from 10 to 20, you will have to maintain that 20 million. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the same for the watch hours. Like if so, basically what I'm saying is, if you don't maintain the 20 million shorts views, then I would assume that you will be kicked out of the partner program. Now, I don't know if it's like that for the watch hours, for the 8,000 watch hours. I'm not too sure about that, but I think this is now for the people who are going to struggle getting into the partner program, probably who was already struggling, who just didn't get it right. This is gonna make a lot of people quit, right? And I think this is going to shrink in a lot of the competition or whatever. It's going to shrink. It's going to shrink a lot of the competition. But on top of that, they say this is to combat the AI slop. The AI slop that's on there, because it's a lot of AI channels that's getting paid and they getting a shit ton of views, and you know, a lot of people was complaining about it. Now this is what they did for the requirements, and it's just like, damn. So the people that's already godfathered in, basically, that put in the work for the 4,000 watch hours and that 1,000 subscribers, because that's a lot of work, bro. You gotta be consistent as hell. And it's possible, but it's just like, what is the type of content that you putting out that's going to make people stick around and watch? What your thumbnail look like? You understand what I'm saying? And are you doing more like me? I'm streaming. I'm looking to get myself through the algorithm a lot more, because I am streaming on the short channel. So I'm using that to help me with the watch hours. And what's it called? I know for me, I need to make sure that I have better thumbnails, because the thumbnails that I'm using, they trash. I'm not gonna lie. It's just something else as a placeholder, basically, until I get my shit together and make better thumbnails. But it's a lot that go into it. But I stream, I make long form content, and I make shorts content. Like I do it all. You understand what I'm saying? And stop it, Brandy. And same thing for the pod. I make shorts out of this whole podcast. I post shorts. The only thing I don't do is stream on this channel, which I think that'd be a lot to stream on the channel as well. So I post the long form content, I post shorts content, and what I'm going to start doing as well is cutting up certain parts of the podcast from and like 10 to 20 and like 10, I don't know, 5, 10, 20-minute videos, make separate thumbnails for all of them to correlate with the titles and shit like that. And that's another thing that I've been working on. I've been really working on my titles, and I've been noticing me changing certain titles for my shorts. I'm getting more views on the certain titles that I have. The type of hook that I have at the beginning of the video. Sometimes I say some crazy shit at the beginning, and that'll keep people around. People comment, oh, that I was not expecting how for that video to start off like that. Like they'll say some shit like that, or that the beginning of the video, that's true. But they react to the beginning of the video because I say something crazy, and that'll keep people sticking around for whatever else I have to say. You understand? So, all of this shit is going to play a big role, especially right now for those who are trying to get into the YouTube partner program before February, because boy, it's going to be hectic trying to get them 8,000 watch hours. I'm not going to lie. So, like I said, I think this is going to keep people more in the rat race. You understand what I'm saying? Like, at one point, people was doing this shit as a hobby. And, some people got paid off of it just doing it as a hobby. You understand what I'm saying? Now, motherfuckers really got to put together, okay, what type of videos do I want to make? I'm making these types of videos. Do my audience like these videos? Because if my audience like more of these videos, depending on the comments that I see, the amount of views that you get, then okay, this is where I'm gonna tailor my content, and then just dig deep into that type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, honestly, once you start seeing what the people want, it's a lot easier to make the content. You feel me? Because it's not, you was already doing it, now you're doing it a different way to sort of appeal your workflow and everything, and to still keep your creativity in there. But this is how your audience want to see it, and you just grow from there. And you're going to get that watch time. You understand what I'm saying? Just, I've just seen a lot of people complaining on Twitter, and I don't agree with it. I don't like that it's changing. But at the same time, like I said, they claim that this is going to put more money in the creators' pockets that's already doing this, that, the third, that's already in the program. And I don't have much I really don't have much of an opinion on it, except that I don't like it. You understand what I'm saying? But I think what a lot of people wanted to see was not such an increase, not such a major increase in this shorter period of time. Like, maybe people was expecting, okay, if they do go from 4,000, maybe they'd be like, okay, now you need 4,500 watch hours, or you need 5,500 watch hours to get into the YouTube partner program. They just jumped. Okay, fuck it. 8,000. 20 million shorts views. They just went crazy right off the rip. I think that's what a lot of people have a problem with, but they didn't articulate it there, or they aren't articulating it like that. I think that's one of the things that I was like, damn, they went off the deep end early. I think that's one of the things where I was thinking to myself, they could have did it like a little gradual increase. You understand what I'm saying? But they said double or nothing. The fuck you talking about, boy? Like, real shit. They said double or nothing. So I just find that the way that they did it all of a sudden is just crazy. Maybe depending on the numbers they're saying, because they let it be known too. There are 3 million people that are in the YouTube partner program. Some folks making a shit ton of money. And other folks are not. Some folks are making enough just to pay for, if they working a job too, they bills, groceries and shit like that. They seeing some extra money on the side. And it's they side hustle whole time. You understand what I'm saying? But they gotta put in damn near just as much time in making these videos as they would at work. So it's like, okay, a lot of people are gonna think, damn, is this shit even worth it? I feel like if people still want to do this YouTube thing, they get the engagement, they get the views, hit up some brands. See if you can work with some brands. There's some brands that you've been wanting to work with. Maybe you're not getting that YouTube ad maybe you're not getting that YouTube ad revenue right now, but in the meantime, you could pick up a couple checks from this brand that you've been wanting to work with, this brand that's been reaching out to you. If you feel like that's something that you want to do, you can definitely use that as well. You know, the shit sucks, but it is what it is, man. So I'm doing what I gotta do right now to, get into the YouTube partner program, and I want to do it on 3 separate channels, and which is my podcast channel, my shorts channel, and my main channel. My main channel is where I do like game reviews and shit like that. My shorts channel, that's where I post gaming news, and then the podcast. This is obviously everything all in one, basically separate from all the other shit that I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Is it possible? Absolutely. It's just about how am I going to improve and stay consistent on the shit that I'm doing? Because it's a few videos that I dropped, and some of the people, they actually enjoyed it. Like, I think one of the best videos that I've written and I had put out, I didn't go all crazy with the editing. I just threw some gameplay over it because I'm just like, that takes a lot of time. I've had to make a thumbnail, but it was disrespected. Highguard didn't deserve it. Highguard Dev. So it's basically a video where I was talking about Highguard and how the Highguard devs made one mistake that destroyed the game or something like that. And I got 195 views on it, but I got quite a few comments on that motherfucker. The engagement was there. This is, like I said, one of the best videos that I've had. Now, I probably could have had more. Maybe if the title was better, the thumbnail was a little better. You understand what I'm saying? But I knew, I was like, damn, this is one of the ones right here. Then I did another one for I do a lot of first impressions videos. I need to improve on that. I did one for Resident Evil is Game of the Year. I basically was giving my reasons why Resident Evil Requiem was Game of the Year and shit like that, which that was a really good game. But it's just improving from here. You understand what I'm saying? Seeing what I'm doing different, going back and do the homework, take pointers from who I could take pointers from, and then implement that shit in the video, man. So listen, folks got 6 months. Folks got 6 months before all of this shit take place. If you are trying to be a content creator, I know that you can do it. It's easy, bro. It's easy. Just find out what you can really double down on. See what's working. Make sure them thumbnails are not ugly. At least make them appealing. Sometimes less is more. A lot of the time, less is more. You understand what I'm saying? And just go from there, man. Just go from there. I played the Gears of War beta. I played that shit yesterday. You already know at the time of this recording, it is Friday. First game, I jumped right in. First game, ranked match. First game, not even gonna lie. I didn't know nothing. I'm like, fuck it. I don't even got to do the boot camp. Let me just jump right in because I'm just gonna play this sort of similar like how I used to play it. I'm ass at the game right now, but I'm looking to get this shit better, man. I do like it. The movement feels good. The camera feels a little bit too heavy as I'm running and trying to turn at the same time. But that kind of makes sense because that low-key reminded me how it used to feel back in like Gears 3. Like when you are sprinting and you trying to turn the camera, that shit feels real heavy. But it's just something to get used to. I kind of changed the controls to like the legacy controls from how they used to play from the original trilogy. So that shit felt really good once I did that, and I was like, okay. The game feels good. The only problem that I have with it, even though it is a beta, and I'm glad that they have a beta right now because the game's supposed to be dropping on October 6th, I believe. So hopefully they make these improvements quickly. But the hit registration in the game, sometimes it's like that shit don't even exist. It's been a few times where I was having games where I was going crazy, but when it was time for me to shoot and kill a motherfucker, nothing happened. You know, you get the Nasher, that's the shotgun in the game. You run down on the motherfucker, you get close enough, whole body gone, boy. So I felt like I was doing that, but the hits were not registering at all. Like, it seemed like I didn't do nothing to them, and then they end up killing me because it seems as though it's that I missed or whatever the case may be. I'm like, damn, bro, this shit is garbage. I don't like this at all. So that's one of the biggest things that I have with it. Hopefully they improve the lag. I have gigabit internet, so my internet decent as hell, boy. Like, my shit fast as fuck. And Gears of War definitely had a little lag here and there. I missed out on I missed out on catching a few motherfuckers, bro, just because the game was lagging a little bit. I'm like, damn. And it looks so good too. I want to see what that campaign is hitting on, because I gotta play E-Day. I think that shit's gonna be fire. But I can't wait to see what the game looks like when it fully comes out, and I just know that they are going to improve on a lot of these issues. So I think the game is just going to be a little bit better. I'm going to be on that multiplayer heavy, real heavy. It was so much fun, bro. It was so much fun. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Besides those couple issues, that hit registration shit is a big issue. Besides that, I was having a lot of fun. The movement felt good. Wall bouncing is still there. I'm not the best at it, but I'm trying to get busy with that shit. It's not the same as the original trilogy at all. The wall bouncing is not the same, but it is there, and you can maneuver. You can slide in the game now. You can actually sprint. So, like, you know how in the original trilogy 4 and 5, you roadie run, where they crouch and they run at the same time. You're not really roadie running. You're just sprinting, like, across the screen, but not like Call of Duty, head up, going crazy. Like, you know, you still ducking a little bit, but it ain't nothing crazy. It feels real good when you're sliding up against the walls. I really do like that. And now you can jump. You can vault over things. Like, you can climb on top of refrigerators and shit, trucks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can climb on top of shit. That was never a thing, so they added that in the game. I thought that was pretty cool. Those things right there is just something that you got to get used to. But once you do, the movement feels really good. The movement feels really good, man. I was like, damn. I didn't think that I would be excited to play another Gears game for real, because 4 and 5 was mediocre in my opinion. But Gears E-Day, as far as the multiplayer go, that shit brought me back, boy. I'm back. I'm back. I'm definitely, when I'm done recording this shit, I'm definitely gonna be playing some more today. It's available over this weekend, so by the time you hear this shit is gonna be damn near over with. But yeah, I'm gonna be playing all this weekend. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm supposed to be playing through I'm gonna be switching between that, Marvel Tokon, and Marvel Rivals. But boy, that Gears is fun. It just needs some improvements. And as long as they come through with that, it's gonna be a good game for sure. I can't wait to play through that campaign mode, man. We get Dominic Santiago back. Shout out to my boy Dom, my boy Ty. Motherfuckers don't know about Ty, man. Hey, listen, if you only play good Gears 4 and 5 and you don't know nothing about Ty, your ass wasn't there from day one, boy. I'm telling you, that shit. Gears, man, listen. I know that's nostalgia hitting as well. Nostalgia is hitting a little bit, like, damn, Gears is really back. But I'm just hoping for the best. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just hoping for that. I'm just hoping for the best. The multiplayer was decent. Although sometimes my shots did not hit. They were not registering. The multiplayer was decent. So yeah, if you know about it and you've been playing it, let me know what you think about it, man, for sure. Let's move on to movies, TV. So me and my girl, we had watched this movie called The Last House, It's on Netflix. The Last House is. I thought it was a good movie, not a great movie, not like damn. I gotta tell folks about this shit. Like this shit so fire. You know, it was cool. It was a good movie. I liked it, but there were some plot holes. I'm not going to get into it here because I don't want to spoil anything just in case you do want to watch it. But it's basically about this family. They start off with the dad. He's fishing. The weather about to start going crazy. They up there in Seattle somewhere. And, you know, motherfuckers like, shit, we got to go home. It's foreshadowed all throughout the movie. So I do like that. So just keep that in mind. Whenever you do watch it, just be like, okay, this probably foreshadowed, this probably, because it is a lot of that throughout the movie. Dad gets back home. It starts to rain. So, and he's married. He has children. I think he got 2 kids. And the little daughter, she was like, yo, the rain is a little different. You understand what I'm saying? Like something different about the rain. Whole time, dad, he tried to go outside and go get something from the car. Can't even get outside. Locked in the house. He's locked inside the house. Everybody's locked inside the house. He got home. Went in the house, can't get out. Trying to open the windows. The children going to go open the windows. They can't get out. They like, yo, this shit glued shut. My boy trying to smash the windows open. Nothing's happening. He get a crowbar trying to smash that shit open. Boom, boom. Nothing happening. Now I'm gonna just leave it at that, man. Motherfuckers trapped inside and they in that bitch for a while. They in that motherfucker for a while. But it's a couple plot holes. Something that don't make sense. Maybe we might watch it again. I don't really rewatch movies twice for real. You know, I try to, unless I really, really, really like it. Sinners, watch that twice. Damn, it was a movie that we just recently watched. Obsession, watched that twice. Yeah, that's about it so far. I don't really rewatch movies for real unless I really, really like them. So, but overall, though, I think The Last House was a good movie overall. I really do think that The Last House was a good movie. The whole time, and let me throw this in there too. Nobody else can get out of their homes either. Nobody else can get out of their homes. They're communicating with the neighbors through chalkboard and markers and shit. It's crazy, bruh. Man, food start getting low. Can't get out the house. What you gonna do? Oh my God. Hey, go watch The Last House. It's a good movie. It took a turn that I didn't see, but they was hitting at it the whole time. Yeah. Just go watch The Last House. It's a decent movie. We watched this movie on Tubi. Yeah, we watch a Tubi movie sometimes. Tubi be having some okay movies, man. Some movies be like, oh, this is just too much, and then others be like, oh, this is actually pretty good. I fuck with this shit. I'll watch it again. We watched this movie called Play or Get Played. I believe that's the movie on Tubi. The movie was crazy, but I don't like it. And the reason why I don't like it is because that storyline, that premise is in a whole lot of other Tubi movies that we've seen on there. I'm just like, man, I feel like I've seen this story before. Or they always doing this in these movies. Like, damn, is there nothing else that motherfuckers can do? Like, it's always that type of shit. And it's just like, watch it if you want to. Watch it if you want to. Like, it's all right. You know, it's not bad, but I just don't like the premise. I just don't like the premise. But it was some jaw dropping things. I was just like, wow, really? Are you serious? That's crazy. Like, damn, all that just for it to end like this? Like, you know, I didn't like the ending either. Every time one of them movies end like that, I'm just like, damn. Every time, it's different directors, nigga. It's different actors in these shits. Every time we gonna end a movie like this, that's crazy. But there are some okay Tubi movies on that, man. I'm gonna come with a list of Tubi movies that we watched, and I'm gonna definitely bring it to y'all so I can put y'all on to a couple. I feel like it is this one actor, director, writer. His name is Murder Payne. Murder Payne, I fuck with his movies. I fuck with his movies, man. He know how to write them. He know how to produce them bitches, and he be acting in them hoes, boy. That shit decent as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. Go watch Murder. Just if you go on Tubi, look up Murder Payne, and all his movies gonna pop up. That shit hard. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with a lot of them movies. I do. Shout out to Murder Payne, man. I watched the Black Clover movie. As y'all know, I think I told y'all last week I had finished all seasons of Black Clover. I was just watching them daily, like 1 or 2 episodes, sometimes 3 or 4, depending on how long it took me to eat. And each episode's like 22 minutes, so you know it's nothing to knock out. And then I get back to doing what I'm doing. But seen the Black Clover movie, and that shit was fire. I wish I seen that in theater. That shit was fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. This happened, I think this takes place, and I believe it's canon. So this takes place right after the Clover Kingdom was being attacked by the elves. Cause you know, the elves that came back and they, what was his name? Licked, which turned out to be not even Licked. They was trying to bring Lick back so that for who was that nigga name? Started with a P. Petra, I believe. I think it was Petra. Petra was the one that was trying to seek revenge on all the humans in the Clover Kingdom and shit. The elves had took over a lot of people's bodies. A lot of people died, boy. And you know, the Magic Knights and the Magic Knights and the fucking Wizard King, they all they fought their ass off. You understand me? Motherfuckers pushed past their limits, as Captain Yami always says, and they got the job done. They ended up fighting the devil, and the elves turned and started helping out the Magic Knights because of Asta. Asta is always he's a motivator. That boy, motivational speaker. He speak from the heart every time. He just want to know why people can't just come together and just be one and live amongst each other and be happy all the time. He want to eradicate all that. Shit. That boy just want everybody to live and let live. You feel me? And that's why he trying to be the Wizard King. But you know, all of that happened. They ended up fighting the devil, this, that, and the third. Hey man, go check that shit out. But I believe the movie takes place right after that, and it's basically and it makes sense because the Wizard King, he is now back in adolescent stage because he locked away some of his time, a lot of his magic into this magic item that, and basically, if anything happens to him, he can resurrect himself in a way, or he'll come back as his younger self just in case anything happens, so he'll age backwards. He basically put all his magic, he used all of his magic to protect the Clover Kingdom, and the rest of it was in this magic item that he placed in there a long time ago, or whatever the case may be. Julius Novachrono, that's his name. Hey, I fuck with Julius. He is not somebody to play with, boy. That nigga. I want to know what's gonna happen when Julius get back into his true form, or whatever the case may be, because he only got one page of his grimoire, which is crazy, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But he is adolescent stage in this goddamn movie, and Asta, that boy, buffer than ever, strong as hell. He figuring out ways that he can use his blades, I believe. And this is right before he became friends with Asta. Yeah. This is right before that. But anyways, niggas that Julius was beefing with, they came back. I forgot dude's name, but they came back, and it's all Magic Knights before Julius, basically. And all these niggas like OP strong, but they showed that Noel got the power of a Magic Knight. Asta, he's just as strong as a Magic Knight. He's just as strong as a Magic Knight. Captain Yami, goddamn. All these niggas, bro, basically all the main strong niggas, they just as strong as Magic Knights out this bitch, boy. Like, go watch that movie, man. That shit was fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, damn, I would watch this again. That's how good it was. I would watch it again. And the power scaling feels just right. Niggas ain't blowing up planets and shit like that. It feels like they scaling as much as they need to. And I fuck with that. And for some reason I feel like too, because Asta has anti-magic, his anti-magic can combat with the strongest of magics. You understand what I'm saying? Because this anti-magic negates all magic, no matter how strong it is. You understand what I'm saying? And they basically showed that in the movie as well. Like, no matter how strong somebody's magic is, he can neutralize it or negate it. It does not matter. So I think that brings a lot of the power scaling down, basically scaling to Asta. You feel me? That's just me thinking about it. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. But Black Clover movie, that shit hard, man. Go watch that shit, bro. I really do fuck with it. Like, it's on Netflix as well. I can't wait for season 5. I believe it's gonna be season 5. That's dropping in October. I hope they drop the whole things. I'm gonna binge watch the fuck out of that. They are going against niggas in the Spade Kingdom. They about to actually, because the Spade Kingdom came to them, killed a lot of their people in the I know I'm spoiling shit. Spoilers. If you don't want to hear spoilers, just fast forward a little bit, bro. But they killed a lot of niggas in Knights of the Golden Dawn. That's where Yuno is at, and Captain Vengeance, he's their captain of the Golden Dawn. He's strong as a bitch. But they got him, they got Yami. Yami is the captain of the Black Bulls. I fuck with the Black Bulls. Captain Yami, I think my favorite in the show. I'm not gonna lie to you, that boy fire. Let me see. So now they about to ambush, basically. They about to take the fight to the Spade Kingdom because, what's these niggas' name? The Dark Triad or whatever the case may be. They are trying to unleash the devils on the earth. And if that happened, then everybody's magic's gonna fucking basically be infinite, and nothing is gonna stop these devils from basically ransacking the earth and making it their own. You feel me? They basically trying to turn Earth into hell. You feel me? Like it's some crazy shit, bro. So the Magic Knights, they gotta go and free Captain Yami, free Captain Vengeance, because their magic holds the keys to open up the gates. Because to open up the gates to hell or the demon realm, and then that's going to, so on and so forth. It's listen, crazy shit. So I wonder how all of this is going to end, because it seems like I think this is the final season. So I wonder how all of this is going to end, man. Are we going to see Asta become the Wizard King after this? Will there be no Wizard King? Will there not be an Earth by the time they done with this shit, bro? You know, Asta, he has anti-magic devil. He has a devil. He has anti-magic. What's gonna happen to Asta and he already has this mindset of helping everybody, and his devil obviously has that as well. Like, he pretty much cool with the humans now. You understand what I'm saying? So like, what is that gonna do? Is he gonna be able to stop everybody? Like, how is all of this going to take place? It's gonna be interesting to see. Go watch the movie. Go watch Black Clover if you have not already. I highly recommend it. That shit fire. I ain't got no books to talk about because I'm still reading The Changing World Order by Ray Dalio. I'm almost done with that shit. I got one chapter left. Basically, they talked about in chapter 13 is that China is becoming stronger than America. Yeah, I might as well go ahead and just go over it right now. Basically, China is becoming stronger than America, and not just in education, but military-wise, because you know, there might be a big fight if China try to take over Taiwan. And if that happens, America, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think they're gonna win that battle. And it seems like they basically pointed to what happened with Napoleon and the USSR when their empires had failed. They basically was taking the fight in too many places at once, and that weakened the forces of that empire, and they had to surrender. Now, they saying that they don't have to take that route. They're saying that it doesn't have to take that route, but it's a chance that happens because China want they shit. They are stronger education-wise. They were showing that a certain percentage of people, they have more education. The education has been growing by 11% since 1980. The education has been growing, has grown by 98% since 1913 or some shit like that, right? Whereas America is negative since 1980. It's a negative a certain percentage since 1980. It's negative a certain percentage since the year 2000. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that shit is crazy. And it makes sense because the average reading level in America is like 6th grade. So that fucking sucks. I really don't know what to say about that. Like, that is fucking garbage. You understand? And this is why I'm reading shit like this, bro, so I can put y'all on. That's basically what they was talking about, man. Like, how America is falling. Like, America is in debt, almost 40 trillion. By the end of this year, it's gonna be 40 trillion. So that's basically what it was talking about in that book, man. How is America going to hold up to China over the next 20 years? Not good. A lot of the American jobs was sent overseas, over to China and shit like that for cheaper labor. America is in debt, $40 trillion. They owe a lot of money to China. They're borrowing. They stated in the book, Ray Dalio stated in the book, America was borrowing money from China while buying the products from China. Crazy. So, you know, America is slowly but surely falling to his knees, and we are witnessing history. Like, if you're really paying attention, we witnessing history out this motherfucker, man. Like, and it takes, on average, 250 years for an empire to fall. America been around 250 years. The dollar, motherfuckers are de-dollarizing from the US dollar, boy. America, the American dollar has lost 97% of its value since 1913, when the Federal Reserve was created. It's not a coinkydink. That's not a coinkadink, okay? It's not a coincidence whatsoever. That's why things are so fucking expensive. Like, we feeling it. Listen, I spoke about it before, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it here again. We are still feeling the effects of the 2008 housing market crash. We still feeling that shit. Bitcoin was created in 2009. Put two and two together. 2020, we ain't really fully feeling those effects of 2020 when, you know, trillions of dollars was being pushed out, and, you know, the pandemic happened and everybody was in the house, motherfucker wasn't working. It was hard for people to get shit. The supply chain got fucked up. We still ain't really feeling those effects for real. Now we got the tariffs. That's expediting the shit. You understand what I'm saying? The Strait of Hormuz being closed. Motherfuckers want to go to Iran, want to go to war with Iran over dumb shit. Fucking with them people over there for what? Fucking up the whole economy. Folks can get fertilizer. Gas expensive as hell. Food going up because of that shit. We ain't really feeling those effects right now. I'm not saying that we aren't feeling it. That's not what I said. We aren't truly feeling it is what I'm saying. We feeling all of that shit from what I've named prior. What's happening right now is expediting that shit. Because folks want to be dumb as hell up there in office because they think that they can do what the fuck they want to do. And it's nasty work. But we gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. I'm telling you, we're gonna be good. But what's happening with, you know what I'm saying, with those things, all of that shit is expediting the process. We ain't even fully feeling what's happening right now. We just feeling it. By next year, it's gonna be worse. I'm just telling you. I'm not telling you that to scare you. I'm trying to get my dog because he goddamn barking and shit. I'm not telling you that to scare you, but I'm telling you that to, you know, help you mentally prepare. Like, this shit is going to get worse. The value, the dollar is going to continue to lose its value. This is something that's been in the works for over 100 years. You understand what I'm saying? Things are going to get more expensive. They're trying to price a lot of people out of the market. This shit has been in the works for a long time. And they're trying to break people out this motherfucker, man. But, you know, stay calm, stay stoic. What you know, what you learning, the shit that I put down, you can implement this shit into your routine and see how you can plan better. You understand what I'm saying? See what we can do to help each other out this motherfucker, man. For real. So, you know, just letting y'all know that's basically what they was talking about, and I'm going to get into chapter 14, and I should be done reading this book this week. And yeah, that'll be it. And I just give a broad summary on what I read and why it took me so long to complete this shit. I already told you that shit is boring, but I was pushing through. I would never do that again. I just felt like that was important to know, like, okay, this is what's happening. This is why it's happening. You understand what I'm saying? Getting the details on shit, the details, like, you need them. You need the details on shit. So, yeah, man, that shit is, it's crazy, bro. It's a lot going on all at once. Like, everything, like this, I think this is the first time where we seeing a lot of shit happening, you know, Motherfuckers going against each other on the inside, war on the outside, the devaluation of a currency, other empires getting stronger, they working together, they Xing out one country because they can't get right. America, like, America fucking up. And they've been fucking up for a long time. They've been fucking up for a long time. And it's right after them people came over here. Right after them people came over here, got people sick, slaughtered everybody, importing folks over here. You understand what I'm saying? Treating enslaved black people like shit, treating black people like shit, still treating black people like shit. You know, all of that been fucking up, man, for a long time. And all of these things are going on at once. Them folks panicking up there. Their nervous system is fucked up. And shit changing. I don't know where all of this shit is gonna lead, but what I do know is that China is gonna become the #1 superpower of the world. And a lot of people won't be or aren't ready for that, and they not even really ready to have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that mean? What does that look like? You understand what I'm saying? What's the time frame? How long is that gonna take? You know, it could take 20 years, could take 50 years. But the point being, America, boy, this shit crumbling, boy. Real shit, this shit crumbling. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just me reading and knowing and really been into like a little bit of micro and macro economics and shit like that. Learning about the new changes in the financial system, because that's one of the biggest change in all the great wealth transfer. Hundreds of trillions of dollars is changing hands right now. That's with farmland and digital assets and real estate, all that shit, boy. All that shit changing hands. It's a big change going on right now, and a lot of people are not prepared for it. They don't want to talk about it, man. But let's go ahead and move on, bro. Important news. Once again, R.I.P. Nolan Wales. R.I.P. Nolan Wales. Still no arrests. Still nothing's happening to anybody but the people that's making the wrong decisions. You understand what I'm saying? You know, still can't tell people how they feel and how they go about things, but you know, sometimes you gotta go about shit another way. R.I.P. that man. R.I.P. that young man, that 18-year-old. You feel me? That was just trying to have a good time. Just trying to have a good time and, you know, enjoy his life, bro. As a youngin'. You feel me? Just really getting out here like, damn, over 18, they can do what they want to do now. Woo. And then this is what happens, man. R.I.P. Nolan Wales, bro. That's all I got to say about that. And we're going to keep saying it. We're going to keep saying it till something's done, for sure. Let's talk about these flock cameras, bro. Now, y'all know these flock cameras been running rampant all over America. They saying this to scan license plates and shit like that. As if they don't already have cameras on the goddamn light poles to do that, bro. Hold on, man. A Flock camera is an automated license plate reader, an ALPR system made by Flock Safety. These cameras sit on streets and poles to record vehicle license plates, make, model, color, and unique features like bumper stickers. Law enforcement and neighborhood groups use them to track cars and solve crimes. Get the fuck out of here, boy. Listen. When they said we are in a surveillance state, they weren't just stopping at these cell phones. You understand me? They weren't just stopping at these phones, bruh. They weren't just stopping there. Listen, they already got the cameras on the light poles where if you run the red light, they take a picture of that motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? You get that shit in the mail and you got to pay this ticket. If not, you can woo. Got one of them bitches before. That shit sucks. Now they got these weak ass Flock cameras, which I've seen. It's this white man on TikTok. It was a video that popped up. And he don't know what he looked like. Well, I don't even know if he's a white man. I couldn't see skin color. I couldn't see nothing. He was all covered up. He had on goggles. He was saying, making sure that you got your goggles, make sure you got gloves, long sleeve, this, that, and the third. Like he was putting folks on. You can get one of these saws at such and such, and you can cut these bitches down. And folks been cutting them down because this is just a spy on people. Folks already got phones. We got meta glasses. Motherfuckers recording folks just walking around with glasses on. Recording folks with glasses on. Boy, all that data, that shit seeing everybody face up close and personal. Eye level type shit, boy. They sending all that data through the system, boy. They scanning everybody out this bitch. Nigga. Remember, people were saying that they was being spied on through the camera, through their TV, through their laptop, this, that, and the third. I mean, shit, I'm pretty sure that shit became quite apparent when you be like, oh, I want to go buy such and such. And then that ad pop up as soon as you open up your phone on an app. That shit happen more often than it should be. I do not like that shit, bro. I do not like that shit. At all. So do with the information as you will. And we can get these shits out of here, bro. Fuck them things. That's nasty work, G. I ain't gonna lie to you. Flock cameras is crazy. Get them hoes down. Destroy them bitches. I'm not telling you to, but they don't need to be here, bro. They polluting the air. You feel me? They fucking with their environment. The animals don't even want to come around for real. Like, man, we don't need that. We don't need that bad energy, bro. Fuck them Flock cameras, man. Folks out here cutting them bitches down though, man. They doing the work that they need to, boy. Shout out to them, man. Hey, I'm all for it. Fuck you talking about. Yeah, man. Crazy. Like I said, the Flock now motherfuckers got on watches. Them hoes got cameras. They got GPS on watches now. Don't know why you looking at your watch and get GPS, but boy, they got shit tracking your heart rate. They sending that information through all types of shit, boy. Hey, when they said, "Oh, we're in a surveillance state," they wasn't just talking about cell phones, boy. Motherfuckers is recording with all types of shit now. Motherfuckers spying on you with all types of shit. When you see folks, man, make sure y'all stay hydrated, man. When you see folks that got the tape over their camera, they not doing that because they paranoid. They know what the fuck going on, boy. You better get with it, boy. These folks looking at your ass right now. Seeing your next move, seeing what you trying to do, boy. That's why being a criminal nowadays, which if you're a criminal in 2026, it's crazy. Because now motherfuckers, listen, Motherfuckers ain't got to work as hard as they used to. Motherfuckers posting everything online. Everybody want to be seen. Everybody want to. Motherfuckers posting everything online. Anything that go on, they posting that shit. Motherfuckers right out your door. Oh, well, we seen you admitting that on such and such and such, and you was there at this time, and it's the car that you took the picture with, and over with, boy. Over with, man. It's crazy out here, bro. It's crazy out here. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just a lot of people tend to ignore things because I know it's easier to just ignore them. Like, man, whatever, it is what it is. It's easy to say it is what it is. It's so easy to say that. But you can't continue to say that about everything that goes on in your life. Something has to matter. Something has to matter. Like, you don't want to see a change anywhere. You don't want to speak about, you don't even want to have a conversation about this shit at all? Who are you? Like, what? Why are we trying to make light of everything when... Why are we trying to make light with everything when shit like that, it doesn't deserve the light? You understand what I'm saying? It has to be talked about in its truest form. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you want to make light of the situation and be like, okay, you know, we can move on. We can talk about something else, try to lighten the mood a little bit. That's okay. But trying to make a light of the situation of something happened or whatever, whatever the case may be, just so you that way you don't feel bad or don't want to feel like, bruh, it's real life shit going on out here. Yesterday when I was out, excuse me, hold on. Excuse me, make sure y'all stay hydrated. Yesterday when I was out, I've seen something that I haven't seen in a very long time. But we was riding by. I forgot where we was going. We was going to the store. My girl wanted to get something to eat. Got her something to eat. But on the way there was this, and it was like 3:00. So the day is almost over. On the way there was this resource center. And I don't remember seeing that resource center. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that it hasn't always been there, but I guess I just never really paid attention to it because it's next to this pizza place and shit like that. Just never paid attention to it. That resource center, that line was so fucking long. That line was so fucking long, G. I was like, damn. Riding by bus stops out here, because there's bus stops out here, right? I've seen so many people at the bus stop. I'm like, damn. Indicators right there, nigga. Folks really going through it out here, boy. Folks really going through it out here. It's crazy. Like, listen, I have the opportunity to do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Get my money up and shit like that, so that I can really make changes out here. I'm doing what I can now, but it's going to tenfold. It really is. It really is. You know, especially because I gotta help my people. Gotta help my people the best way I can, bruh. So, you know, I'm doing what I gotta do, man, because that shit is on over. When everything changes out here, that's gonna be one of the things that change, bruh, for sure. For sure. It's just crazy just seeing that shit. And now, with all of the Salad and Go's, they closed. I don't know if you heard about that. Don't know if you know what a Salad and Go is. It's basically like a little chain restaurant where you can go, you can get salads. They had like Caesar wraps. They got all types of vegetable wraps. It's like a healthier fast food place. You understand what I'm saying? So instead of you going to McDonald's, you understand, you can go to Salad and Go, and it's they have fresh ingredients. You feel me? You can get your shit served with tofu. Like it was decent as hell. They had some decent little sauce. They had some decent little salads there. I went there a few times. Salad and Go was decent. They closed all of the Salad and Go's, but this the kicker. They didn't let their employees know. So the same day that all the Salad and Go's closed all at once is the same day that those employees lost their jobs. Fucking nasty work. Nasty work. And I don't think they can sue anybody because who are they gonna sue? Salad and Go was gone. I'm pretty sure whoever owns Salad and Go. Matter of fact, let's look that up since we're here. Since we are here, man. Like they gone, bro. That shit is crazy. This site is dead. This site is currently under maintenance. That shit is over with. They had 70 locations across Arizona and Nevada, and it was a decent little joint. It was a decent little joint, bruh. Hold on. Damn, that shit say, Salad and Go was an American drive-through restaurant chain that specialized in salads, wraps, and breakfast. Their breakfast was decent too. It was a privately held company with more than 70 locations operating across. So let's see. Salad and Go was founded in 2013 in Gilbert, Arizona by Tony and Rushan Christofelis. So Tony and Rushan Christofelis. Is it the co-founders asked Chef Daniel, Damn. Yeah, so they started closing stores in September 2025. They started closing a lot of shit. My bad, y'all, for the long pause. But they was closing stores in 2025, and they closed all of them in Texas. And there was 41 closures. And I don't think that they told their people. That shit crazy. So you can't even sue nobody. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Me and my girl seen the Salad and Go. We walked up to it and they trashed that shit. They trashed that shit, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. That shit is sad, boy. All them people lost their job and couldn't even prepare for it. The employees couldn't even prepare for it, bro. And this takes me back, because this happens in the gaming industry a whole lot. Like, there was some studios that closed, and the employees that work for these gaming studios, they didn't find out until they seen it on Twitter. They found out on Twitter that they lost their job. So they in the office, they working, making this game. They open up their phone one time. What the fuck? Hey, you seen that the studio closed? When? Today, right now. We all just lost our jobs. Like that shit, bruh. So that just made me think, like, damn, all those people at the resource center, I'm pretty sure some of them people are the folks that was at Salad and Go. A lot of people are losing their jobs out here, man. Jobs are closing by the thousands, the tens of thousands, bruh. It's crazy. It really, really is. I really do hope that those people can get back on their feet. You understand? And You know, they find somewhere else. They can't even sue nobody. That's the crazy part. No lawsuit at all. Music. Let's talk about the music. I don't have any new music for y'all, bruh. I have not listened to any new music, but Chris Crack, he dropped the EP with Michael Christmas. I haven't listened to a Michael Christmas song in a very long time. So I'm excited for that because Michael Christmas, he can rap like a motherfucker, man. So I'm going to be listening to that. He dropped another one. He had dropped another album earlier this year that I need to listen to. It's with Ugly Boy or something like that. He just did production. He's a really good producer. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ugly Boy Modeling presents what that shit say? Prettier Than Advertised. Hold on, let me go ahead and open that up for y'all. Prettier Than Advertised. So this is it. He's not rapping on it. He produced this whole joint. And I heard a couple songs off of here because my girl was playing it. I was like, oh yeah, this shit decent as hell. And I'm gonna listen to it all. Didn't even realize it's 23 minutes, 16 songs. None of these songs are over. None of these songs even touch 2 minutes. None of these songs touch 2 minutes. The longest song on this bitch is 1:46. So I'm definitely gonna be listening to that. I'm not mad at that at all. Chris Crack is one of them ones, bro. Chris Crack is one of them ones. That boy can rap, and he from Chicago. So go listen to Chris Crack. Bodie James dropped another album. I'm just seeing that shit today. It was called 1 Pound. Goddamn. He don't stop. Bodie James just don't stop. Sometimes I wish he would. Hey, nothing against Bodie. I fuck with his music. That nigga can rap his ass off. But I really do want Bodie James to just take a breather for about 1.5 years, bro. 1.5 years. Don't hit the studio. Just go live life. That nigga dropped, bro. I ain't never seen Fahim the God do it. These niggas don't let off the gas. And who else do that shit? This nigga Bodie James. Like 1 album a year, I'm cool with that. 2 albums in a year, I'm cool with that. Okay, cool, especially if it's ours that I really fuck with. Like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Drop them. But damn, this nigga be releasing like every 6 months. It seemed like this. Hey, I fuck with it. I'm glad because I'm pretty sure when he's done, I think he's gonna be done. He's gonna be always one. He's gonna be named one of the GOATs. He dropped so much music. I think I'm appreciating it. I still got to go back and listen to a whole lot of projects that he dropped because it's just hard to keep up with. But I think when Bodie James is done, I think he's gonna be done, bro. We may not get no features from this nigga at all. So I'm appreciating that he's still dropping music with new producers and shit like that, and they be fairly short projects as well. So, you know, I'm appreciating everything that he dropping, but goddamn, boy, slow down. Let me see. Yeah, that's really it, bro. I don't really have any new music for y'all for real. I am gonna play a song though. This is about random. I did not have this queued up at all. I'm gonna play one by Mike. And it's gonna be from his Pinball 2 album. It's gonna be one of my favorite songs from here. Cause I really want y'all to see, bro. Like Mike is one of them ones, and I'm gonna keep talking about his fucking music because that boy can really, really rap. Any song off this motherfucker can go, but so one of my favorite songs on her is Chest Pains, which I think that might be my favorite song on this whole album. He dropped it up with Tony Seltzer, by the way. Tony Seltzer is a really good producer. He raw as hell the way he do. I'm gonna play What You Came For, WYC4. That's what I'm gonna play, bro. I'm gonna play that for y'all. Y'all make sure that y'all enjoy this motherfucking music. YouTube, I apologize in advance, man. So here we go. And that was What You Came For by Mike, all caps. Listen, Mike, I think by the end of it, he in my top 10. Mike is in my top 10 rappers of all time. He might fuck around and be top 5. It's gonna be hard trying to make top 5. Von, who your top 5? Kendrick Lamar, MF Doom, Ab-Soul, Mac Miller, and probably Earl Sweatshirt. If not Earl Sweatshirt, Nas. If not Nas, if not Nas, Lil Wayne could be in there. He could be in the top 5. Not just going off a lot of his old shit, not none of that new shit. Let me see. I gotta fix this goddamn. I can't think of anybody right now. But I think Earl Sweatshirt might be number 5 for sure. For sure. J. Cole. J. Cole might be 5, actually. You know what? Yeah, J. Cole 5. And then, and if I did feel like switching them out, it'd be Earl Sweatshirt. But J. Cole number 5. J. Cole number 5 for sure. J. Cole always been one of my favorite rappers, regardless of the that whole time with the beef and all of that. Like, J. Cole still one of them ones, bro. There's not many that can touch his fucking pen. And he raw as hell on the production side. So, but yeah, J. Cole. But man, Mike, he in my top 10, bro. That nigga, he never disappoints. I don't know what it is, bro, but I always have this thing where it's like some people are good at what they do, and saying, like, sometimes that's good enough for them. You understand what I'm saying? But some people are just born with this shit. Like, they was made to do this. And I feel like niggas like Mike and Earl Sweatshirt, Deontay, like, even if they was like, oh, I just started writing and shit like that, and I just found a knack for this, that, and the third, they just ended up being good at what they do. I feel like they was made for this shit. Like, this is what they was brought here to do, bruh. Make this fucking music and rap like they never rapped in their life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Kendrick, Cole, DMX, Ab-Soul, I feel like them type of niggas, they was put here to rap. They was born to do this. They like Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter we've ever seen. He was born to do this. Like, that's what he was born to do, that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Although he had to develop the jump shot over time, yeah, but it just shows like, okay, this was his natural ability. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is just what he was brought here to do this shit. It's like having the 4-leaf grimoire from Black Clover. A lot of these niggas got the 4-leaf grimoire. You understand? Like, they was put here to do this shit. This is what they was meant to do, man. And Mike is definitely one of them ones. I feel like he was put here to rap and just elevate, and not just himself, but his team. You feel me? Like, man, shout out to Earl. I was in that kitchen. I was in the kitchen with that nigga Mike. Shout out to Earl, man, for real. That's how I found out who Mike was. That was 2018 when he dropped some rap songs. And although I didn't look into who Mike was, because I was just like, oh, that's just pretty cool, but I've always known who he was. And then I finally started listening to his music in 2020. I said, oh, this is Mike. What the fuck? What was I doing 2 years ago? But anyways, I remember when But I think that's because I remember I was trying to look for a wiki, and wiki didn't have anything. He was on I think it was AM radio, or on I don't like shit, I don't go outside. And was it AM radio? Let me stop guessing and just check real quick. But he was rapping his fucking ass off, and I was like, who the fuck is this? Yeah, AM radio. I was like, who the fuck is Wiki? And I remember I was searching his name and I couldn't find nothing on him. I was like, bro, what the fuck? And then some years later, now I'm a big Wiki listener, because I was like, oh yeah, this is this guy. Because some years later, I finally found that he had some actual projects out of shit like that. But I could not find who the fuck that was, bro. I was mad as hell. Nykel Smith. Listen, Earl been tapped in for a long time. Y'all know Nykel Smith is on Pompeii Utility? He got one of my favorite verses on there, and that's Back LA, but he's on Pompeii. That's Mike's album. He got one of my favorite verses, bro. Ben knew who Nykel Smith was because of Earl Sweatshirt. Another artist where I feel like I couldn't find shit on him. But he can rap. Nykel can rap. Nykel can really rap. Like I said, I feel like this was another artist where I feel like I couldn't find nothing. I couldn't find shit about him, bro. I'm like, yo, where is these niggas, bro? I want to listen to more of their music. But hey, everything happened for a reason, man. So, hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Go listen to Mike. That boy can rap. Listen to the whole 10K camp, because 10K got some spitters. Neonte, Jadacy, 12K, Gotti, Mike himself. Tony Sosa can rap, even though he is a producer, but he can rap. Sideshow. Who else? They got Anicia Kim doing Dita. El Custo, that boy can rap his ass off. Man, go listen to 10K, bro. Go listen to 10K. Go listen to 10K, man. They, like I said, they got some. They really got some. They got some true talent over that motherfucker, bro. They don't disappoint. They can't disappoint. They won't disappoint. You feel me? Go listen to their ass, bro. Go listen to them. I thought Liv was 10K, but I guess not. She just make a lot of music with him, which is cool. Which is also cool. Liv, she can sing. She can sing her ass off. She has very, very unique style to her, for sure. Very unique style. But go listen to What You Came For again by Mike. Go listen to Pinball 2. That shit is hard. Go listen to the first Pinball, because maybe the first Pinball is better than the second one. But go listen to it. The shit fire, man. I want Mike to drop another album this year. I do. I want him to drop another album this year. But his discography, ain't nobody really touching. And what I like about Mike too is a lot of his production for his music, all of his production for his music, everything sounds different from the other. Like not one song sounds the same. And he put his own flow onto everything. Like, the man just knows how to make his sound feel like his. You feel me? Like, this nigga, everything that he dropped, that I heard, that I listened to, I fuck with it. I like it. You understand? Like, he's one of one. Mike is one of one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, let's go ahead and get into investing. This one is gonna be a little more specific to a certain topic, and it's gonna be dividends. Because I know I talk about dividends all the time, and I never really explain what they are. I just explain what they do. You feel me? And I remember when I was on, I remember I was streaming a couple days ago, Was that yesterday? Yeah, I was streaming yesterday, and I sent somebody a raid. We started talking about investing and shit like that. And I was like, oh, dividends or whatever. I mentioned about dividends, and she was like, oh, what are dividends or whatever? So I explained it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk about that on the pod. So what are dividends? Well, by definition, let me go ahead and pull it up. Go ahead and pull it up. What are dividends in stocks? Dividends are cash payments or extra shares that a company gives to its shareholders out of its profits. When you buy a stock, you own a small piece of that business. If the company makes money and does not need to spend it all on growth, it may share those profits with you. So that's basically what a dividend is. You buy a piece of a company, and they pay you for the amount that you hold, and so they might be like, oh, they paying 16 cents a share, which is fucking phenomenal, by the way. You get 16 cents a share. If you own one whole share, you're gonna get paid 16 cents. And you might have, I don't know. Let's say the shares cost $20 a pop. You might have $20 invested into that motherfucker, and then you're getting paid 16 cents every single month that you hold that. So just think, if you do the math. So if you looking at dividend paying stocks, you are looking to buy some shit that can help you make money. So you turn in your $1 into $2. You creating more soldiers that can go out and buy more assets. And that's what I do with my dividend payments. I take my dividend payments and I buy either more of the stock, or I go put it into another asset class. Right now it's crypto. So I take dividend payments whenever I get paid, because I get paid dividends in a high risk, high yield dividend paying asset. I'm not gonna give you the name, but you can do your research on that. And I put it in, and I get dividend payments from this one company called SATA, SATA. They have a 13% yield, and they pay a daily dividend. I only put in just a little bit of money just to see how it worked. I'm going to be going all in, especially when the bull market comes. I'm going to have more money to put into these dividend paying stocks, so the way I can create more cash flow. So just to be transparent, since this is something new that I invested in, I only put in a little bit, so I'm getting 2 cents a day. I'm making 2 cents a day. Now I did the math. In order for me to make $50 a day, I'm gonna need to put $14,000 into that stock, and then I make $50 a day off of that shit, and that'll give me $1,500 a month. That's pretty good when you realize, okay, $1,500 a month. By the end of the year, I damn near made just a little bit less than what I put in over the year. You understand what I'm saying? That's like $12,000 a year or something. You put in $14K, you get $12,000. You get paid $12,000 in dividends. That's decent as hell. You feel me? To me. But that's just what I'm doing. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor by any means. That's just what I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? You got to fully understand the dividend, fully understand the stock that you're invested in, because the stock can get wiped out tomorrow. My investment, I lost my investment. So never invest more than you can afford to lose. But that's basically all a dividend is. You own a share of a company. The company make money. The money that they made, they give it back to the shareholders, and you can either reinvest it, or you can take that money and go buy other assets with it. And that's all I'm doing with my assets. I'm just taking money that I'm getting paid in dividends, and I'm buying more crypto with that shit. When crypto go up, I'm gonna take a shit ton of profits, and I am going to fund my life insurance policy, and I'm going to put more money into dividends that best fit me. And then I'm going to continue to get paid, and as I continue to get paid and the prices come down in the markets, take those dividend payments, buy more assets. Because say I take that amount of money, I can use that for reserves for my first property, or I could put that into something that's gonna make me $1,500 a month. Like actually $50, I can be like, damn, I made $1,500 this month. I'm going to put that towards the light bill or whatever the case for the next 2 months. Over the next 2 months, I'm going to make $3,000. I could take that $3,000 and I can put it towards my rent for the next month and a half. Then it's like, okay, now I got, for the next month and a half, I'm going to, and for the next month and a half, and well, shit, for the next 2 months, because I'm doing 3 months for the light bill and shit like that. So for the next 3 months, I'm gonna have an extra such and such a month. For this month, I'm gonna take that and I'm going to do whatever. You understand what I'm saying? $50 a day, I could take that. That's a little date night. I made $50 a day. That's a little date night. Fuck it. Just cause I'm gonna get paid $50 tomorrow. And SATA, why I'm invested in them is because they invested in Bitcoin. And they are purchasing Bitcoin at the bottom. They're not purchasing Bitcoin at the top like how MicroStrategy was, right? Because they would purchase some on the way up, but they was purchasing a shit ton at the top. And they have a dividend paying asset called Stretch, STRC. They pay a monthly dividend of like 10 or 11%. And I'm going to get into that as well. But yeah, man. They was buying at the top, so I haven't been investing in them, but I have been investing in SATA because, again, they have a 13% yield dividend, and they pay daily, and they are buying Bitcoin at the bottom, and the more Bitcoin that they own, and when Bitcoin goes up, that's more money they can pay out to the shareholders and shit like that. So that's basically like their business model, and I'm just using it strictly for cash flow. So as soon as I get money, I'm taking that shit and I'm putting it into another asset. I'm investing it. You understand what I'm saying? Every single time. You feel me? So yeah, man. I think they do dividend payments for 255 days out of the year because they're not gonna count, they only count the business days. So you gotta exclude weekends and holidays, but things are operational Monday through Friday, and I get paid every single day around the same time, every single day. So although I'm making 2 cents a day, that's getting reinvested back into the company. So now, because what I'm doing right now, I'm investing everything that I have into crypto. Like I'm all in on crypto, bro. Like that's just my shit. I love it. I'm investing with risk, of course, but that's my main focus. I have a budget that I put towards that every single month, and I don't give a fuck. I invest in the same assets. Right now, I'm building my bags of XRP, and because I built my bags in HBAR. I'm trying to just lower my average cost in that now, and I'm building my bags up in XRP, and I'm building my bags in Chainlink and XLM as well. But I'm just building my bags right now. Focus on XRP, trying to get as much of that as I can. I'm about to borrow from my life insurance policies. So I'm gonna take that money and I'm gonna buy XRP. And then I see what else I want to do with this other money that I got sitting on the side. I might buy more XRP and I'll be halfway to my goal. And then once I get there, shit, I'm gonna try to get a little bit over my goal, so that way I can still have a nice amount of coin. You understand what I'm saying? Just sitting, and that's gonna be something that I don't touch, and I'm gonna build out a whole nother bag of XRP, and I'm gonna just, okay, when the price will go up, I'm gonna take this. When the price come back down, I'm gonna buy back into this, and just, keep paying it off the top, and just make sure that I take enough every single time off for taxes, or whatever the case may be. And because a lot of these coins, I'm not going to forever sell out of these coins. I'm going to be staking these bitches like Bitcoin. I'm not ever selling that shit. I'm going to be staking it just so I can make money. As price go up, the more money I be making off that motherfucker. You feel me? Just creating that extra cash flow. So that's basically what I'm doing, man. That's basically what I'm doing, and that's what I'm focused on as far as creating cash flow and assets, and dividends is a good way. So let's just say you be like, okay, well, I ain't got $14,000 to invest in right off the bat. Okay, if you can budget let's say you do, that's a high yield, and high yield tends to come with more risk. So I just want you to be careful with that. I'm not telling you to buy this shit. Like I said, I'm telling you what I'm doing because I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to get a shit ton more money into SATA once I make profits, because I'm gonna. It's a certain percentage that okay, let me break it down like this. Everything that I do is percentage based. I get paid a certain amount a month. A certain percentage is taken out for investing and saving. 10% is taken out for saving. 14% has been taken out for investing. Every single time. I pay myself first every single time. The rest, a certain percentage coming out for all the bills, a certain percentage coming out for, FU money, a certain percentage coming out for, groceries, whatever the case may be. And I do that shit on a percentage basis. When I take that investing money and I put it into the market, when it goes up, I take the profits based off of a certain percentage. So at this price, I'm going to take off 10%. At this price, I'm going to take off 15%. At this price, I'm going to take off 15%. Then the last price, I'm going to take off at 20%. Those price targets are being hit. I'm going to get my initial investment out. First of all, get my initial investment out. And then once those price targets are hit, that's the amount of money that I'm taking out. Then I take a certain percentage of that money and I put it into cash flowing assets, life insurance policy, shit like that. Then when things come back down, I can take the cash flowing assets, the dividend paying assets, and the money from that I'm staking, put that back into the market. I can, when I think things are at a good opportunity, hey, I need to borrow from a life insurance policy, full amount, such and such, this amount of percentage. Okay, I'm gonna pay that back with interest. I'm gonna take that money that's borrowed. Principal stays in the life insurance policy. Principal stays. That never gets touched unless I don't pay off. Unless I don't pay back the loan, then the loan just gets taken off the death benefit. But I want to keep the death benefit. So because of that, I pay back off the loan with the money that I make in profits. And I just repeat the cycle. And I'm gonna have a little bit more money each and every time. So let's see. If I want to make sure that I got this math right, so that way I'm not leading y'all astray. So if I have 12,000 in SATA, how much would I be getting paid daily? I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. So if I have 12,000 invested in SATA, I'll be getting paid $6 a day over 250 trading days, because you don't count the weekends and holidays. So for me, so that'll be an extra $1,500 per year. I can do a lot with that extra $1,500 per year. An extra $130 per month, that's grocery money. You understand? So I had to make sure that I was doing the math right. I did the math all wrong. Let me see where we at. So yeah, man, just know this type of shit is possible, and you can always reinvest your dividends. You don't have to extract money like I do. You can always reinvest your dividends, and that'll compound over time a lot faster. Then you look up, depending on how aggressive you were with it, you getting paid an extra $2,000 a month over a certain period of time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, That's one of my goals, bro, is to get paid that amount of money, it's extra amounts of money over a certain period of time, just so that way I can create all of these security blankets. Like I'm creating and have created a lot of security blankets through me saving and investing, taking profits when I need to, having a life insurance policy. Because I can always go borrow, use that money, and I'll be good without having to touch any new money and just pay back off the loan whenever I can, whenever I want to. You understand? So it's just a lot to think about, bro. It really is. It's just a lot to think about. I really do want y'all to invest in something. Don't just rely on what you know that's traditional for you. You know what I'm talking about? Because you have to know and realize what those things are. You have to realize and know what those things are connected to. What is that you're investing in with the company and shit? What are those things that it's invested in? You understand what I'm saying? Like really understand that, really dig deep and see like where your money is coming from, where your savings is gonna go. You understand? Because you want to have as much control over your finances as possible. They are already trying to take away a form of your control by getting rid of pennies, and they're gonna get, then there's gonna be nickels, dimes, and quarters. Then there's gonna be the dollars. You understand what I'm saying? Then it's gonna be damn, everything all digital. But if you own shit, like I don't know, like I said, I'm not telling you to buy it, but I own Bitcoin. Nobody can take that away from me. Nobody can stop it. Nobody can shut that shit down. Like Bitcoin, I can use it to transact if I want to. I can send it to whoever the fuck I want to send it to. It's permissionless, no questions asked. I can do what the fuck I want to do with my Bitcoin. You understand what I'm saying? So, we have alternatives. It's just, are you willing to, dab a little bit into those alternatives? See where you can capitalize off of these alternatives. You feel me? It is really, it's a lot to think about, but it's something to think about. You understand what I'm saying? Do not let these opportunities pass you by, man. I'm always gonna shout out what I be invested in because, I can only tell you what I'm doing. I would never tell you what to do. As far as crypto go, I'm invested in XRP, Bitcoin, HBAR, XLM, Chainlink, Flare, Zebet Network, ZBCN, and VeChain. And I'm gonna add 2 more to my stable. I don't know what I'm gonna add, but I want to have up to 10, and that's what I'm gonna solely focus on. I'm gonna own those, let those shit sit, and then I'm gonna focus on buying like the main 3: Bitcoin, XRP, and HBAR or XLM. But I want to add like 2 more. I'm either gonna be Solana and or AVAX, or AVAX and Ethereum. I don't know what I want to invest in yet, but I'm going to be adding 2 more to my stable for sure. So that's all I invest in as far as crypto goes. And I fully understand the XRP. I understand XLM. It's like the little sister of XRP. I'm still understanding Chainlink, but I know they working with certain portions of the government, so I'm investing in them. Flare, they working on staking your XRP so that you can gain more XRP through a certain protocol of theirs. So I'm invested in Flare, and they do airdrops sometimes. I haven't seen them in a while, but I can't wait till they do it again, if they do it again. VeChain, they work on supply chain. They working with Walmart China right now. And they have been working with them for over the past 6 years, I believe. So yeah, man. And then as far as dividends, I've been invested in PSEC for a while, but their stock price, when I started investing in them, they was like $7, and I was only invested in them because of the high yield. I've always been on that if I see that high yield, I want to get that shit, bro, because I'm taking that shit and I'm buying other stuff with it. But at the time, I was still financially illiterate. Like, I had the game plan. I just wasn't going all the way through with it because I didn't have a budget, this, that, and the third. So I was still financially illiterate for real. And before I had created a budget, I was just like, damn, I sold all of my stocks in this thing called PSEC. But now I'm starting to get paid a little bit from them again. SAT had told y'all about that. And then the high yield, higher risk, dividend paying assets. I'm not going to give y'all the name to those because I don't want y'all to wreck y'all portfolios, man. Always do y'all own research, bro. Do not take what I say as law, as if I'm like a fucking investment guru. I am not. I'm just going off of what I've been learning and what I know and what I'm comfortable with doing and willing to take the risk on certain things. So just take y'all own risk. Y'all got y'all own shit, bro. Do what y'all feel like y'all need to do. You understand? So yeah, man. Yeah, that's basically it, bro. Those are dividends. I think next week I'm going to talk about exactly what is staking, because I mentioned staking all the time, and I know y'all like, man, what is that? How can I take advantage of this if I want to? And I'm going to put y'all on game. So don't worry. Next week I'm going to talk about staking. As a matter of fact, let me put that in my notes right now. We're doing live notes of changing. What is staking? And that refers to crypto. That refers to crypto. So going to let y'all know what that is next week, man. So those are dividends, bro. If you are interested, do your own research. See who is paying out the most dividends that is safe, that is being around. I know VOO, QQQ. Those are paying really good dividends. You can do your research and see what is in those, what is in that, those portfolios. Basically, see who own everything, and you can invest in that if you want to. There's a lot of ways, man. There's a lot of different ways that you can make money, and we have all this information out here, man. You can get a side hustle and use that side hustle to buy cash flowing assets, so that way those cash flowing assets can help you get rid of that side hustle if you want to. You understand what I'm saying? Or if you're trying to turn the side hustle to a main hustle, that can do that. You can get rid of the regular 9 to 5 or whatever the case you're doing, and you can solely work on the main hustle. You feel me? And you got dividends on the side that's paying you while you sleep. Making money while you sleep is going to be very important over the next forever. Prices are low as fuck in crypto right now, and I hope they go lower, because I'm buying as much as I can. I'm making as much money as I can, and I'm taking those profits and I'm buying cryptocurrencies, bro. I'm building up my bags, man. This might be the last time we see crypto at $1 or under $1. This might be the last time. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and open up my finance folder, bro. This might be the last time we see Bitcoin at 63,000, 55,000. Hell, if it hit 40,000, that'd be fucking fantastic. Oh my God, that'd be great. But if not, this might be the last time we see those types of prices, 63K and up. This might be the last time we see 63,000. This might be the last time we see Ethereum between 15 and 1,800. This might be the last time we see XRP at $1. Solana at $75. Chainlink at $8.90. XLM at 15 cents. This might be the last time we see HBAR at 6 cents. Oh my goodness. This might be the last time we see this shit, bro, for real. For real, this might be the last time we see prices like that. And it's going to be a lot of people upset that they didn't get in now. This is the time to build wealth. This is the time where you invest as much as you can into assets like this. And then you ride that shit up and you come up with way more money than you did yesteryear. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is the time to build wealth. This is the time to buy right now when shit is red, when everything's scary. When you look on CoinMarketCap and you see the fear and greed index, that shit is the market is in fear right now at a 36. This is the time to buy right now. This is the time to buy right now, all in. Yesterday, 37. Last week, 39. Last month, 34. Right now it's sitting at a 36. This is the time to buy, bro. And then you come back to CoinMarketCap and you see the fear and greed indexes and greed and max greed and shit like that. That's how you know it's time to take profits. That's how you know it's time to take profits. Because motherfuckers is trying to, because they might try to, you might be thinking to yourself, well, why wouldn't I want to invest when things are going up? Because you want to make the most money possible. You can't get wealthy by investing when things are on the up and up. And then when things start to come back down, you start to call it a scam and this, that, and the third because you losing money. You don't know how the markets work. So if you learn how the markets work and you be like, okay, I invest in it, I did my research, I have full-on conviction, I'm going to invest my money here, and I'm going to put a certain percentage from my budget in here and invest every week, every day, every month, however often I can, however frequent I can invest into these things. When this shit take profits, I'm not going to be greedy. That's when I'm gonna take my profits, and I'm gonna take those profits, and I'm going to divvy it up and put some here, put some there. You understand what I'm saying? Create ecosystems for myself so that way for the next bear market, I can have all these other things in place where I can buy all in. I can continue to buy all of this shit and do it all over again. If you ain't got that type of shit in you right now, just stay away. Just stay away. But there's gonna be a lot of people that's listening to this shit. A lot of y'all, a lot of people that you know that's going to be investing when Bitcoin hit 80,000 again. When Bitcoin hit 100,000 again, that's when people gonna be wanting to put, I gotta get in because they think they're gonna be missing out. That FOMO, fear of missing out. While there's niggas like me investing in Bitcoin at 63,000, XRP at $1, that shit riled up. My money double, triple, 4x, 8x. I got the most profits. Motherfucker been thinking like, oh damn, you smart as hell, boy. Or like, why you ain't tell me? Like, boy, I been told your ass, boy. This could have paid for your school. This right here could have paid for your woo-wop. You ain't got to do $100. All the $20 can suffice. Just invest to make sure that you have more money than you did yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? Inflation ain't stopping. Inflation ain't going nowhere. This shit is here to stay, nigga. For right now. And if you have money and you know you bought some pop, you know you bought some Lil Debbie cookies and snacks and shit, that could have been the money that you took and invested with. It's just little shit like that, bro. Motherfucker, I'm gonna save up to get 10,000, then for what? You might as well, what you was saving, just go ahead and invest that. If you was gonna put that money, hold on. If you were going to put that money into the market anyway, why not just put that money into the market now? Then in 6 months' time, if it take you 6 months to save up 10K or 7 months, however long it take you to save up 10K, you got all that 10K in the market. And next thing you know, the market then went up. Now you have more than 10K invested. You could take your initial 10K out if you want to and just leave the house money sitting and just let that shit ride. Now you got 10K back in your pocket and you go put that somewhere else. Now you got 10K back in your pocket and you go put that somewhere. You go put that into a dividend paying asset, a life insurance policy. So what things come back there, you can borrow from life insurance policy. Hey, I want to go and take this 10K, borrow from here, you know what I'm saying, pay for this asset, boom. So just go ahead and start investing now. If you feel like you want to save up $20,000 to put into the market, you got to calculate, first of all, how long is that going to take you? Second of all, if you start now, and then by the time you have $20,000 invested over a certain time period, you look up, now you got $25,000 because the market went up. You got $30,000 because the market went up. Take your $20,000 back. Now you got 10,000 sitting in the market. And that is how you win. That is how you invest. If you know you've been investing a certain amount over and over and over again, and the shit went up, and you're like, damn, this shit is over, it's up over 13%. You can take your initial investment out. Or let it double. Take your initial investment out Now you got extra money sitting on the side, bro. And now you can sit on that. You can do what you want to do, really. Me, I go put it into a cash generating asset or my life insurance policy. That's what I'll be focused on. You understand what I'm saying? So we're just all about how you do things, man. It's all about how you do things and thinking about how you want to use your money a certain way so that way you're not falling behind. Because you're going to need assets that make money while they sleep. You do not want to work forever. You don't want to be 70, 80 years old because you see it all around you. When you go to a grocery store and motherfuckers working the cashier and they can barely stand up on their own 2 feet because they old as a bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Bones hurting, they just want to relax. They didn't have nothing saved and nothing in retirement. Or they're not making enough in retirement because they only saved up $1 million. And notice how I said only, because saving up retiring with $1 million and you get an average of 4 or 5%, that's only $40,000-$50,000. Even if say 6%, that's only $60,000 you require with per month. You retire with per year. And by the time that happens, do you think inflation is going to be less expensive or more expensive? Interest rates going to be less expensive, or interest rates going to be lower or higher? Taxes are going to be lower or higher? Because when you pull that money out, that should get taxed. When you do retire with $1 million, if you got it in the 401k and shit like that, you pull that out, that should get taxed. So that's why it's important to have a Roth IRA, and to have dividend paying assets or things that make money while they sleep. I mean, things that make money while you sleep. That's why it's important to have those things, because ain't no telling what the future holds. But if you buy assets, I truly believe that you're going to be all right. So that's all I got to say on this, man. I really do appreciate y'all for coming through and listening. Hopefully y'all picked up some gems. Hopefully y'all enjoyed these conversations. And next episode will be better. Next episode will be better. I promise you that. I really do appreciate y'all for listening, though. This has been episode 77 of the Von Talks podcast. Y'all make sure y'all exercise, drink some water, and fucking relax. And I will most definitely see y'all last on the next one. Peace.